You're watching a training video for the Full Control Quality Program created by Lochran Consulting, LLC. This video will cover checking the status and help you keep things moving through the system to completion. At the end of the video, you will know how to check the number of observations in any given status, drill into specific details on observations in each of those status buckets, and export those details to Excel for quick reference. So let's begin by clicking on the Data Analysis button and choosing Status up here at the top. And let's start by looking at things above the white line here. On the left side, we have a list of filter boxes, and on the right, we have the number of observations that fit the criteria. And we can choose any combination of filters shown here. You'll see on the right that with no filters, there are 47 observations in the system. Now, below the white line, you will see that there are 8 distinct statuses from created through closed. When they're added up, these will total to the 47 number that's shown up here above. As we begin to set filters, the numbers will adjust to match. This is a very quick way to see the overall picture of where things are getting stopped in the system. Any status buckets with larger numbers could indicate bottlenecks in the system. So let me demonstrate that here. You'll notice that if I choose change the source to internal audit, that all of the numbers change. And all of these numbers down here will always total up to this up here. And we can do any number of statuses that we want, or any number of filters rather. So if we just want to look up the observations for any specific person, we can do that, or we can do by key element. However we want to do it, we can break it up however we want. The status definitions button at the top right gives full detail on what each of the statuses mean. So the created status is observations that have been created, but the target date has not yet been set. The target date set status is target date has been set, but no corrective actions have been added yet. The CA's created status is where an observation has at least one corrective action that's been added to the observation, but none of those corrective actions have yet been marked complete. The in progress status are observations with at least one corrective action that has been marked complete and at least one still remaining to be completed. The all CA's closed status is where all corrective actions have been marked as complete, but the observation owner has not yet closed the observation. The owner closed status is the observation owner has closed the observation and it's waiting for a regulator review. The rejections status is the only status where it may not go into that status. So if the owner closes the observation and the regulator accepts it, then it will never go into the rejection status. So the rejection status is observations that have been marked complete by the owner and the regulator has rejected it. And note that it will remain in this status until it is closed by the owner and approved by a regulator. So if a regulator rejects it, it doesn't go back to the owner closed status. It stays in the rejection status until it has final acceptance from a regulator. The last status is the closed status. And this means the owner has closed it, the regulator has approved it, and it is done. If we want to view any of the observations in any of these status buckets, we just need to click View below it. As this note shows, all of these are read-only and you will not be able to make edits when you are viewing them in this way. So let's click on one just to show as an example. So there are 4 in the CA's created status. And if we click View, then we will see down here at the bottom that there are 4 here. So those are the 4 that we were looking at. And again, this is a read-only status, and we will not be able to make edits to this form. To demonstrate, if I try to add an observation partner here, it will not let me do it. Lastly, we can export these to Excel for reference. I'll demonstrate that now. So these 4, again, if we click the Excel button here and choose the location and hit OK, then it will open it up. And this is a nice option if you need to go to those records and make changes or move them along in the system. So you can export them, you can take a look at the observation IDs and jump directly to those in the All Observations form if you wanted to. Thank you for watching the video, and if you have any questions about anything discussed in the video or want to discuss custom software development, feel free to contact me at joel@lochranconsulting.com or visit me at lochranconsulting.com.